another League of Legends episode. Let's get this popping. So today we're playing Vayne. We're gonna be looking at laning, macro, team fighting. So we're just gonna dig in, but some small notes of like when to pause the video and stuff. It's gonna be when we take a bad trade, when we lose a bunch of farm due to a poor wave state, when we miss out on kills, when we die. But yeah, a thing we want to pay attention to when you're laning, right, is what happens after you crash the wave, or what happens when your opponent crashes the wave into you. This is the volatile state. Now, if you're not thinking, both characters can just fast push all day long and ping pong the wave. But if you actually think and there's volatile things happening, health states and stuff, you can start to play with the wave states for ideal results. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to put this on 2. So with ADC, ooh, put it on me. With ADC, it's quite simple. Don't die, get CS. Your laning phase usually ends around 15 minutes, 14 exactly when plates fall off. But usually at maximum it's like 16 minutes, and that's when macro begins. But we're just farming. So what stands out, right? MF, small trade character. Lulu Vayne, extended trade character. So we're just looking to not extremely get crushed in the small trade category. And try to run them down with lethal tempo. So eventually, the idea is that we get our ultimate, we get our first item, and we just run them the hell down. Due to MF being a poke-based champ. So MF crashed 2 waves, and that is not a proper reset. So she actually doesn't make it in time, I think. Although I don't know, MF might be broken. Let's have a look. So she missed about like 3 melee minions, which I suppose is not the worst, but that most definitely was not a setup crash. But continuing on. Laning, you know. I would go over break points, but I'm not quite sure if Van he's got a farm good in it. So I'm thinking this might be an opportunity. MF walks very close. I think this might have been a lethal tempo opportunity. If I save my Q to dodge Nami Q. But we're playing it safe. A bit of a slow push going on. But you know, Vayne just wants to play it slow and outscale. But with an Enchanter, there's not really much we can do. I think there might have been an all-in opportunity of lethal tempo there. Alright, so the lane's crashing. What's going to happen? It's not enough for a reset. That's the thing. It's in a completely neutral state. So this once again. So here we go. See what I mean? We lose this game, by the way. So this is exactly what we're talking about. So MF flourishes based on short trades. Too close to the sun. Trying to tap a vein this many times is not going to work out because I actually have a rune that's way superior to yours. I get a kill. I get 2 kills. That's pretty good for me. MF gets nothing. I have decent CS. So this is a pretty good state for me. So the wave is crashing. Level 6 approaching. One thing you can argue about is this purchase, right? I think this purchase is kind of bad. I think Kraken's when you get 2 kills this fast, it could be Kraken. Although you could make an argument for the lifesteal, trying to survive the poke. Look at that. Once again, extended train. Boom, boom, boom. He has to flash. Okay. So from here, the usual thought is, okay, we're way stronger than the enemy. The wave is crashing. Possibly look to freeze. But it doesn't look like much, to be honest. The wave isn't like a mega crash, so it's not going to violently push back. But look at that. Look at the healing. This is the matchup. The healing is insane. It's still quite a neutral position, but we got MS Flash. Now, if we see like an opportunity to go all in on a long trade with ultimate, 100% we are taking it. MF has no flash. Okay, we're into the fight. This guy's just taking his sweet time. Have to escape. Alright, so here's a decent death. Right here. So if we look up, I mean, this guy is completely dead. I got hit by the Nami ult, which KO'd me, unfortunately. I do not have flash. I'm screwed. So I got hit by the Nami ult here, and that KO'd me. So very, very interesting note. Knock up plus slow, no flash. My support gets picked. Could have very easily queued away from that with the stealth and stuff. So arguably first death, highly avoidable. What was it? Dodge the Nami ult. So here I'm trying to stop bases, but to be fair, it doesn't really do much versus MF, but it's a good practice to delay their base. She's got like passive movement speed. 3 plates though, we will take that. So I don't doing not the worst on earth. Like my tempo is pretty good here. 2 plates, you cannot scoff at that when your team is losing. Speaking of 2 plates, did I get the first one? So I think I definitely got. Okay, so I did get it. But continuing on, pressing tab. Yeah, we died at the jungle trade and we got hit by Namio. We are out of laning phase. It is 15 minutes. We should look to. We would look to stand mid, but Trendon is already there and the farm's here. We also got like a free turret to take. Yeah, a bit of an issue, man. Extremely strong area when we're side laner. So we can't really make use of any pressure. We're even at risk of dying. Alright, so here's a bit of an issue. So I fix, yeah, this is good. Good macro. ADC goes mid. Side lane and defending the turret. So right now we're vibing. I have an item. Okay, so we got a fight coming up. Oh, but look, we took Dragon for free. This is not the worst position on earth. I mean, this is kind of like a chill laning phase. Like once Vayne gets like 4 items or something, like you just become god mode. So it's not the worst, but we have to see. There's still the area to worry about. But CS wise and farm wise, we're not the worst on tempo. Here I lost my flash for no reason. Damn. I get hit by an empowered Q. And I just have to flash out, I guess. But I believe that's the reason why that happened even was because I took the empowered Q. So let's see if the damage dealt to me here and the ultimate is worth a damn. So here I have no idea why Wukong is jumping on MF with no ultimate, but that's besides the point. Here I got baited and I wasted my ult. So now I have no ult or no flash. Even then, like, you still have flash, and now this turret gets taken. So a wasted ult, a wasted flash. Feels pretty damn sad. I mean, that's the thing. Like I'm hovering, I'm collecting waves, I'm scaling. I'm getting CS. This is the problem with ADC a bit though. I'm kind of just hovering. Haven't made any brutal mistakes, just farming, scaling. But once again, jungle and exists. But it's 22 minutes and each team is at 1 dragon, so surely. What was the deciding point that caused us to lose? Like, I'm literally standing mid. And there's no real play for me to grab. I'm literally just fixing lanes. So weird thing about here is I actually beat Master Yi. Funnily enough, you're gonna see it later on. So I'm actually playing kind of scared of Master Yi when I beat it. But so here, well here I'm just protecting. I'm protecting both tier 2s from giving 700 gold to the Master Yi. But this just seems like a painfully low impact game. So an interesting fight's gonna come. So we have a level 15 Master Yi with Titanic Blade the Rune King versus Vayne with a stacked Rage Blade. So I don't think I even played this fight that well. Ort, E him away, auto, E away, Q away. Damn, so you stack up your Rage Blade, and even if Master Yi uses Flash, you're gonna beat him. And that's the mindset with Vayne, right? When you're versing these melee champs, especially these assassin champs, there's a lot of margin for error. But Pacific against Marcy just gets destroyed by a stealth champ like Kha'Zix and stuff. I mean, I've got 220 CS at 26 minutes. They have a crap ton of gold. But we're still at a relatively relaxed pace for the game staying. But we do lose this. Like if you look at our team, we're not even that weak. They're just ahead of us in gold. Even get the kill. Like it's looking like a possible Baron opportunity. And look, they come to stop us. Let's see the fight. Stagger, stagger, stagger. Man, this is the problem. I feel like if a higher level player would be able to tell me how to have more impact and stuff. But this is another thing. This fight is instantly One thing about Vayne is you got to think about your timing. So here I ult in. I get excited. But if we look at everyone on our team, can we win this fight? Garen and Wukong already massively chunk. I cannot get like 5 auto attacks without dying massively. Like that's the thing. Vayne feels so good when you're ahead. When it's behind, it feels like shite. And my whole team is dead. Could I have done more? Like this is we're all clumped up, right? Maybe I could get some pressure here. I don't think it's bad to play for the fight, but if we lose this damn hard, I think arguably it's a better play to just accept that we're gonna lose the fight and they're gonna worm their way into Baron. And I think even if I split push and they see me and they get Baron, maybe there's more of a chance of a fight, right? Because of the Baron debuff and the positioning. I mean, Wukong basically just charged into Ahri's stuff and it was just too painful. And here I get chased down. But yeah, I mean, if we press tab, man, when the enemy has this many shutdowns, right, on all 4 of their champs, right, it probably means we're going to lose team fights. So grouping up 5 versus 5 doesn't really get us a lot of value. And Baron is basically Rapperino Cappuccino. So I'd say you could make some arguments about like pressure and stuff. I defended the tier 2s from Marcy and stuff and played decent macro, but I'd say from my, low level perspective, grouping up here when they were worth this many shutdowns, we're gonna lose the fight, spoilers alert. So I should have pressured somewhere else. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Gonna continue improving and hopefully looking at more coaching VODs that involve like a lack of impact and stuff. But yeah, hope you enjoyed and Happy New Year.